You're watching Ways. Thank you for staying with us. Now, World Hepatitis Day is observed each year on the 28th of July to raise awareness of the viral hepatitis, which causes inflammation of the liver that leads to severe disease and liver cancer. Now, the world is currently facing a new outbreak of unexplained acute hepatitis infections affecting children. World Health Organization, together with the scientists and policymakers in affected countries, are working to understand the cause of these infections that does not appear to belong to any of the 5 types of hepatitis viruses. That's the A, B, C, D, E. Now, this new outbreak brings focus on thousands of acute viral hepatitis infections that occur amongst children, adolescents, adults every year. Now, more acute hepatitis infection cause mild disease and even go undetected, but in some cases, they can lead to complications and be fatal. Now, in 2019 alone, an estimated 78,000 deaths occurred worldwide due to complications of acute hepatitis A to E infections. On World Hepatitis Day 2022, WHO, that's the World Health Organization, is highlighting the need for bringing hepatitis care closer to the primary health facilities and communities so that people have better access to treatment and care, no matter what type of hepatitis they may have. So I had a close shave with hepatitis. I once had a nanny that, tested positive. But the good thing was she was, the dormant one that stays in your system, but you
can be a carrier.
You can be a carrier, yes, but you can't, so that was the issue and all of that. But it was really scary.
I had a caretaker who had hepatitis C.
Oof.
Not even B.
So, isn't B the terrible one?
That's okay. The worst one.
Okay.
And it was just so scary when I found out, because normally when you bring in, sometimes people don't take the time to do a medical check or exam, just be sure how they, if they are medically sound.
Yeah.
Until we decided to do that test, and we found out, and this young girl was vibrant and didn't look like she had any problem whatsoever. I had to let her know that, unfortunately,
you won't be able to stay
to be able to do the job, and we were able to get her some medication and had to send her home. But I think the emphasis would be on people actually checking, because a lot of people just move around without even realizing how, until maybe something actually happens.
Yeah. And the scary thing about hepatitis
is that it can transmit
very easily.
Having a baby in the house and having someone who
backs the baby.
But it was just a very
So that's why even for babies, it's advised you immunize. They take their vaccines as at when due.
Yes.
Very important, some things are actually avoidable. So now this new strain that World Health Organization is talking about is not even amongst the A to E that we know.
They've always known about.
It's not like COVID. It's mutating.
God will help us. All right, so Lady, what's your story for us today?
Well, my auntie Zainab Ahmed, who is the Minister of Finance, has said, let me say
now we know
that she's my auntie, right? The Minister of Finance, Budget and National Planning, Zainab Ahmed, has stated that the Buhari-led administration has performed better in terms of the economy of the nation compared to how they met it in 2015. If you understand what I mean, they said they've been doing us a favor and they've left us better, or we're at a better position than how they found us when they came in 2015. Speaking in Abuja on Wednesday, July 27, the minister said, first of all, let me address a question on the issue of economy as to whether the administration has done well. The administration has done very well. I need to remind us all here that in 2015, the administration came on and met a crisis in the oil and gas sector. We had the first slump in crude oil prices and a very significant slump in crude oil production. Secondly, we had a second recession due to COVID-19 that was even a shorter recession, and we have now seen up to 5 quarters of positive growth. So the economy has been growing despite very, very difficult circumstances. Only for us to open social media today and find this table that I hope they put it on the screen. Today had not had it on the screen, comparing 2015, how they met us and where they have left us now as of 2022. Where fuel was 87 naira and now it's 180 naira. When rice was 8,500 per bag, also there's some adjustments to the prices. For instance, gas on the list is saying 2005, and now they're saying in 2015. And they're saying 9,005 in 2022. But you said you got it for...
I bought gas last week for 10.5.
Okay.
Yes.
10.5.
So if you know how they say when someone said something similar to me in other circumstances that I've done better for you than you could ever imagine, the way you say you have done better, may they do it for your children in Jesus' name. I can hear them screaming at the control room. May they do it for your children, oh, in Jesus' name. What you said you have done for us, may God let your children, wherever you take them, regardless of whatever country you take them to experience it, may it find them and locate them in Jesus' name.
This is a serious one.
It's a prayer now, since they are sure that they've done us well.
What's really scary for me with this conversation is the boldness that you come out to say. I mean, there was an interview
with thick-up chests.
there was an interview that came out today again on that same Tunde Ednut's blog page, where Mo Abudu was interviewing. Then he was still not president yet, aspirant, you know, Buhari, and he was talking about dollar, and he was saying dollar almost 200 naira. She said, well, in the range of 190 something. Dollar is 720. Even that list, they have to edit. So I even commented on that post.
Must have been a month ago.
I commented on this post that this list, they should be editing it per hour in Nigeria now.
Exactly.
I bought is that a 5 kg bag of rice? Yes, I think so. It was a 5 kg bag of rice I bought. I bought it for 15,000 naira. This is the same bag that would have been for a 50 kg bag of rice.
You know, we said, I mean, you were the one that took that quote on set once, where you said that the good old days is last week.
It's last week.
It's been edited as well. The good old days was yesterday.
No, it's an hour ago. No, the good old days is an hour ago. Because now it's like as you cough like this, one price has changed.
One price has changed. Something has happened to us again.
My car mechanic, you know, I had some repairs done on the car and everything. He said, madam, these days you are touchy. I said, I have to be touchy. He said, you know,
everywhere is hot.
He said, you know, be like that before. I said, uncle, have you seen the economy?
The economy is going to...
So every single penny.
I am in severe pains. It's not funny. We're just laughing.
Oh boy. So talking about age. The British environmental scientist and creator of the Gaia theory, James Lovelock, has died at 103. 103? And it's interesting, this story, I didn't even connect it to our conversation today because I wasn't thinking of it in that light until, you know, I was just about to read it. The interesting thing is that up until 6 months before he died, he was set to be able to walk along the coast near his home in Dorset and take part in interviews around his area of expertise, right? But he passed due to a fall, and the fall actually made things complicated, and his health degenerated and he died. But up until his death, he was
very agile.
He contributed to scientific community, including his concept of the Gaia theory about the Earth as a model and its living and non-living parts. And he had been an advocate for climate action. His ideas have actually shaped science on so many levels, and it's really interesting that even up to 103 years old, he was still very agile. He was cohesive, and he was contributing. So we're going to talk more about it.
I like that you brought that angle. But let me quickly take my story. Remember, I had gone off on Tuesday on the speaker for the House of Representatives when he posted a picture of him going to Harvard. And I'm happy that because a lot of Nigerians, it sparked up a lot of conversations online and everybody was on his matter. So he came out, of course, to apologize. And he went on Twitter, he posted again, said yesterday I had posted a picture of myself at Harvard School undergoing a course. That post was not sensitive to the present feelings of the fellow citizens, especially parents and students who are presently bearing the brunt of the ongoing closure of the university. So he says, owing to, sorry, 1 minute. This is technology here. So owing to the unsolved issues between the Academic Staff Union and the federal government of Nigeria, he now goes to say, I apologize for the post at this time, and I hope you would understand that it was not my intention to cause disaffection. As the Speaker of the House of Representatives, I have made multiple interventions within the power of the legislature to avert the ongoing strike. I had directed engagement with ASU, relevant government agencies. House of Representatives is still keenly involved in seeking a resolution to the issues so our students can return to school. We await the outcome of the 2 weeks ultimatum given by the given for the conclusion of the negotiations with ASU. I mean, then he now went on and on. Opportunity come once to reel out his CV of what he's done. But I'm happy that, honestly speaking,
he recanted.
So, yes, just apologize, because for me it was the height of his sensitivity, and I think that he got the message. And like as I always say, so when we talk about certain things, we are not here to bash anybody. Sometimes it might just be a blind spot for you. You're not seeing it that you're actually seeing. If my eating, right, makes somebody that is hungry next to me feel uncomfortable, it is unfair for me to eat
share, then don't go and eat in front of them.
It's not fair. So let's be sensitive to where we are as a country. Look at what we talked about, the economy. It is really scary. You wake up in the morning, the toothpaste you bought for 200 naira is now 500 naira, 1,000 naira. It's not like the income is going high. But the cost of things are going off the roof. So we need to be very sensitive, and everybody has a touchy point right now. Do you understand? So I'm happy.
I think he only called out I think he only apologized because he was called out, because at the end of the day, I don't even think he really cares that much. The reason I also say this is the name tag he had in school. He went there for a purpose. The name tag he had in school, everybody told you what their name was and the country they came from. This man told you that the position he holds in Nigeria is in the House of Representatives, and it's all demo. He has gotten the effect he wants. Those of you that it affected, he will apologize to, but he's already been able to.
Let me explain something to you. This thing is a Nigerian thing.
We
carry title on our head. Yes. No, so it's not unique to him. We all carry title. You know, when you are doing, sometimes when I'm doing compare work, I have to go and ask, please, who is this? Because me, I don't know anybody. Because now you offend somebody, you didn't say right honorable.
But do you know me?
It's some form of validation for a lot of people. But I think for me, the area I'm even proud of is the fact that people were able to see the insensitivity and call him out. And I think that is instructive for me. Nigerians need to hold leaders accountable.
Yes. Absolutely. On that note, what makes a good leader? Stay with us, we'll be right back.